So this exercise is really good to do as a warm-up, really good for mid-stage shoulder rehab. It needs to be pain-free. It's good for training the scapulohumeral rhythm, which is how your rib cage and spine are arranged so your shoulder blade can move on the rib cage well, and that the arm can roll in the socket really well. So it's really good for all the muscles controlling that pattern of movement. So really high-level weightlifters who are lifting hundreds of kilos, they use this as a primary warm-up exercise for themselves. It's that useful. So if you have a weight plate, you can use the big Olympic ones with a big hole in the middle or just a small one. Start off small plates. So a kilo is good to start off with. Might even be half a kilo to start off with. It doesn't need to be heavyweight, and you're not aiming to go heavy with this anyway. But you start off with the plates facing away, which would be essentially your thumbs pointing out to the side. So you're coming up this way and touching above the head. If you're using dumbbells, you have the dumbbells out to the side like this, that way. So the key things when you do this exercise is that you have your feet flat on the floor and your spine arranged comfortably straight. So it's like I've got a balloon gently drawing me up from the top of my head. So I'm not sitting like this. There's a gentle alignment through my spine here. And from the side, I'm not opening from here like this. So I'm not opening this position here. So I'm just straight. I'm not like this. I'm not forward like this. Just a gentle lift as if you've been jacked up through the back of your neck, pulled up through here. And the spine, the zones of the body staying on top of each other. So my head is over my chest is over my belly, and my belly's over my pelvis. If I was to do this, see how now the belly's gone forward, the thorax has gone back over the pelvis, and then usually the head does this. So it's not going to give the right pattern of motion. And same as if I was doing this too. So we just have that good alignment. People often add an extra push here. We don't need it for this, okay? So I've got that arrangement of my spine first, and my shoulders, I'm not forward like this. I'm pulled back a little bit, but not so much that if you pull back a lot with your shoulders, your body starts to do that arch forward at this point. So think about instead having wide shoulders. It already makes the neurology arrange differently. So I'm thinking wide shoulders, and the arms stay straight, and I'm lifting up. And as I go up, I'm not letting my spine arch at all, not letting it come forward. And as I get to the top, there's a little bit of a reach up to get the upward rotation of the scapula. And as I come down, think about long arms. So your arms are staying long. And back down. So we don't want the spine really to move at all. We want the shoulder blades to stay back on the chest wall and rise a little bit at the top, and long arms here. And if you're watching yourself in the mirror, which I recommend you do when you do this exercise, you may find one side does something weird. So you're aiming to keep that length through your spine. And the arms staying long, wide shoulders. It can make a big difference with that side. So I'm aiming to keep my arms as much as possible to the side of me, as opposed to here at the top, so when it's arcing this way. Some people need to just because of range of motion, but you're aiming to keep that as much to the side and over the top as possible, not projecting your head forward, keeping that alignment. And it's slow and controlled. And you build this up, you're aiming to do about 20 reps. 2 sets of 20 is great. First set you start off reasonably light. The second set you probably find you better put on a kilo or so of the weight. As max you need to go up to is probably about 5 kilos. Even for quite a strong guy. And this would be really useful to do for shoulder day, upper body day. If you're doing rehab in the gym, every day is okay. Every second day is also will work very well too. And for a lot of people, do a little bit of stretching to open up your lats and your pecs is very useful, and the posterior cuff of the shoulder to be able to do that exercise with good range of motion without having to come forward with the arms or distort your chest. So you grab onto a Smith machine, a table about your hip height or so. You can do it on the wall. So you're grabbing and then stepping back about shoulder width and just bringing your hips back. And then you want your idea of your chest coming to the floor. And I'm aiming not to arch my back, so you can do this with a big back arch. But if you don't arch your back and you have your back feeling like you're kind of a little bit rounded, it'll stretch a bit differently again. So I feel this stretch go right through the lats and pecs through here. And then going to one side, so drifting the shoulder out to one side, it'll stretch down through the lat more, but also the posterior capsule. If you stretch the posterior capsule, the shoulder moves better in every direction anyway. About 20-second hold. Other side, about 20 seconds. Come back into the middle, see if you can make your chest go down more towards the floor. So you're aiming to get your arms in line with your body without arching like that. And you can take off one arm, it'll give you more stretch. You can do a bit of rotation, like you're hanging off the bar. It'll just create more space in the shoulder. And of course, stretching the pecs, so thumb up, turn away, you'll stretch through the pec here. If you were to stretch this way, so you have this part of your hand on the bar, it'll stretch through this superficial arm line, so bicep, shoulder. And if you just spend 20 seconds on each of those stretches, do that a couple of times, you'll find that if you do this, your arm just go up so easy, where it's got range where it didn't have before, and it doesn't distort your body to do it. Or if you have any impingements, the impingement's gone.